It's that time again. The AEW Double or Nothing review. So I got it all up here. I actually have it all printed up on my screen, so I got everything I want to talk about right there. So here we go. Parental guidance is suggested, because there's going to be some stuff said here that we normally ain't going to talk about. Alright, so we got Double or Nothing buy-in. Okay, in the buy-in we had two matches. The first was Thunder Rosa versus Deonna Purrazzo. The match was actually pretty bang on. It was back and forth. Thunder Rosa did quite a bit of moves trying to get everything going. Deonna Purrazzo just that one step better, and Deonna Purrazzo got the win. I gave the match a total of a 6 out of 10. Way to go, Deonna. Congratulations. And then we had the Acclaim versus Cage of Agony instead of Brian Cage and the other two under their name. That match was kind of a let down, lame match. It was a 6-man trios match. The winner of the match was Cage of Agony. I gave the match a 4 out of 10. Then we made it to the main show, okay? The main show was pretty damn good. This is probably the best pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it, that AEW has ever done since the first Double or Nothing. First match of the night was the Continental Championship match between Will Ospreay and Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong gave Will Ospreay everything he could handle and then some. But come the end of the match, Will Ospreay wins. He is now the new Continental Champion. After the match, Adam Cole comes out and he does his talk, talks down the crowd, talks bad about this. And next thing you know, MJF returns. Ooh, MJF. All right, MJF comes out, beats Cole down for turning on him in December. And then MJF says he's fucking going nowhere and no one is on the level of the devil. He had this fake tattoo saying that he's staying AEW and basically saying he loves AEW. He is not going to be siding with Vince McMahon in any way, shape, or form. Then we had Timeless Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb. Let me go back to Will Ospreay Roderick Strong match. It was a great match. It was a powerful match. Told a great story. I scored it an 8 out of 10. That's an awesome match in my book, in my opinion. Then we had the Timeless Toni Storm and Serena Deeb. Was a great middle of the cards type match. For the women's title, Toni Storm wins the match, keeps her title. The match was good. It was a 6 out of 10. Then we had the Trios Championship match between Death Triangle and the Bang Bang Gang. Again, another match that was kind of middle of the road style match. Wasn't great, but wasn't bad. It was good. It was that in the middle of the match type thing. It goes great. For so long, Death Triangle looked amazing. Bang Bang Gang looked their regular selves. But Bang Bang Gang wins and keeps their trios championships. Then we had Trent Beretta versus OC Orange Cassidy. And let me tell you, Trent Beretta gave him everything he could take and even some, then some. Orange Cassidy came out to his old theme song, looked just as great as he always does. There was nobody the two of them guys going at each other. Amazing match. OC wins, gets the win. Trent Beretta walks out of the arena through the crowd. We don't know what's going on from there, so that's something to look forward to. I gave that match an 8 out of 10, and I gave the Trios match a 5 out of 10. And then we go into the For the World Championship match between Chris Jericho, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata. I said it right this time. Wow. I said his name right. Yes! Sorry. It's just something I normally don't do. Chris Jericho looked as good as he always does. Hook always looks like he's getting ready to take that step to the next level. And Katsuyori Shibata has already been on that next level. The match was good. It was a little bit above average. I gave it a 6 out of 10 stars, and Chris Jericho wins to keep the title, but he also wins with the help of Big Bill and that bounty hunter, Brian Keith. Then we had the IWGP Championship qualifying match where Jon Moxley versus Kensuke Takeshita. If Takeshita won, he would get a future IWGP Championship match. But unfortunately, as great as the match was, Jon Moxley did get the win. But he wins with an injured left arm. And I don't know if it's kayfabe or if it's an actual injury. He had a whole left arm from the shoulder, half his chest over here, all the way down his arm. It became the focus point of the whole match. And Jon Moxley gets the win with the injured left arm. Then we ended up with the TBS title women's match between Willow Nightingale, Mercedes Moné, and this was a barn burner of a match. It was an awesome match. Willow gave everything she could. Mercedes gave everything she could. Come the end of the match, the two of them, you could tell they put everything they had on the line, and it ended on the line. Mercedes Moné is the new TBS Women's Champion. Congratulations to Mercedes. I hope to see you more often now that you got going. After the match, Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway turns on Willow and attacked her. Next after that, they went from TBS to the TNT title match. You had Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black, another barn burner. Top of the line match. There was nobody between the two of them that were... The two of them gave everything they had. Towards the end of the match, the House of Black comes out. Looks like they're going to side with Copeland. Then they turn in to attack Copeland. And out of nowhere, when they finally get back in the ring, Gangrel comes from beneath the ring to help out Copeland. And it was a great match. It was really that awesome line. It was an 8 out of 10 match. It was a great match. After that, we had the AEW World Championship match with Shane Strickland with Prince Nana versus Christian Cage with the Patriarchy. Again, another barn burner. This is one of the top 3 matches of the night. This was one of 3 main events they had, and Swerve gave everything he could to Christian. Christian gave everything he could back. It was a great storytelling of a match. It was an awesome match. Swerve Strickland continues to be the AEW champion at that point, with a lot of help from Prince Nana and a lot of help from the Patriarchy. It was just an amazing match. And then we get to the Anarchy in the Arena match. And this killed the whole night. This match was just absolute trash. I didn't like the way they done it. I mean, Team AEW was the better wrestlers in this match. With the Elite, I mean, even Darby Allin turns around and sets Jack on fire with the flamethrower. You had them using their sneakers with thumbtacks on the bottom. Matt accidentally kicks Nick in the head, and he's bleeding. And the only 2 people that weren't bleeding in the whole dang match was the guy from New Japan and Jack are the only 2 didn't bleed in the whole match. Everybody else bled. There was a lot of color being got in the match. But that match was just absolute trash. This Anarchy in the Arena match could have been so much more. They could have went and put it to another level, but they just made it a joke. That match ruined almost the greatest pay-per-view I've ever seen. I gave that match a 1 out of 10. So, in a recap, as I go from top to bottom, I gave the Thunder Rosa Deonna Purrazzo 6 out of 10. The Acclaim versus Cage of Agony a 4 out of 10. I gave the Continental Championship match an 8 out of 10. Tony Storm with Serena Deeb a 6 out of 10. The Trios Championship match 5 out of 10. Trent Beretta and Orange Cassidy 8 out of 10. The FTW Championship match a 6 out of 10. The IWGP Championship qualifying match 6 out of 10. TBS title match 8 out of 10. TNT title match 8 out of 10. The World Championship match an 8 out of 10. And Anarchy in the Arena, I give it a 1 out of 10. That match could have ruined the whole night for me. But I give it a 7.9 for the total show. And with that, like I said, it was the greatest pay-per-view I've seen in a long time. But that one match could have ruined the whole night. So with that said, I say peace, love, help everybody else. Never turn your back on somebody in need. All right? With that being said, deuces.